Hello, all my dear friends and students. Today we are going to discuss the topic of design of machine element, belt, rope, and chain drives, which are used for the transmission. I have taken this PDF from vidyarthipress.com, which is a caption of R.S. Kurmi book. If you will go to the chapter number 11 in R.S. Kurmi book of Theory of Machines, then you will find out this chapter over there. Okay, I will discuss few things related to with this. Belts and ropes are used to transmit the power from one shaft to another. Same work has been done by gears as well, which you have studied in your other topics of this design of machine elements too, as well as the velocity, the amount of power transmitted depends on various things, which are velocity of belts, tension under which belts are placed, the condition noticed under which belt is used. These are few conditions which you have to undergo. And the main important thing here is what are the things which you have to consider whenever you are selecting any belt drive. So, following are various important factors upon which selection of belt drive depends. Number one, speed of driving and driven means both shafts speeds are the important criteria. Speed reduction ratio or power to be transmitted, center distance between the shaft, positive drive requirement, shaft layout, space available, and service condition. These are few 8 criteria which you have to consider whenever you are selecting the belt drive. There are basically 3 types of drives are there: light, medium, and heavy. Depends on the power transmission. If they are transmitting very small power, then it is called as light drives, or if and speed is roughly about 10 meter per second. Okay, this is basically used for agriculture machines or small machine tools, while medium drives are the drives used for medium power at a belt speed 10 meter per second but up to 22 meter per second, used in some medium machine tools, medium power machine tools. Heavy drives are used for above 22 meter per second and they are used in compressor and generators. Another types of belts are flat belt, B belt, circular. These are according to their construction. Flat belt, as you can see here, this is the same thing which you majorly see during your floor mills. Then V belt, this will reduce the power, this will reduce the friction capacity or slipping tendency. Okay, means while moderate amount of power is transmitted from one pulley to this, means this will be used for moderate power transmission. Then circular belt or rope, okay, this is called as circular belt or rope. Circular belt or rope, as shown in the figure, it is mostly used in the factory and workshop. Okay, the amount of power is transmitted from one pulley to another is and the distance between two pulleys will be roughly about 8 meter. Okay, now what are the materials used? This is least consideration in your part, which leather welts. Okay, these are single layer, double layers. Okay, cotton fabric belts are there, rubber belt, balata belts are there. Okay, in your curriculum you have to study how to design belts. Okay, so your syllabus or curriculum or main concern about your topic starts from here, which is open belt drive. As you can see here, from A, which is driver, from point B pulley, this is driven. So driver is rotating from this side, so this will be slack side and this will be tight side. So there are two sides are there, tight side and slack side. Lower side belt, because of the more tension, it is known as tight side, whereas upper side belt, because of the less tension, it is known as slack side. Okay, so these are two things which you have to take in care of your mind: slack side and tight side of the drive. And this is open belt drive. Open belt drive is used with the shaft arranged parallel or rotating in same direction. Means if it is arranged in the same axis, as you can see in the this pink color center line, this is arranged in the same plane, or in they are rotating in the same direction. Okay, so in such kind of application you have to use open belt drive. Cross belt or twist belt, this is used or arranged in the parallel but rotating in opposite direction. Means suppose this is rotating clockwise, so again this should rotate in anti-clock, but again this is rotating anti-clockwise. Okay, so in this way they are rotating in opposite direction, so this is called as cross belt arrangement. Okay, next, quarter turn, which is not in your curriculum as of now, belt drive with the idler pulleys are used whenever the gap between two pulleys are very high. Then you can use single idler, you can use multiple idler, depend on the construction or depend on the power transmission capacity of your belts. Compound belts you can also use, means pulley is there inside a belt, then another pulley is there inside a belt, which will be used to transmit power from 1 to 2, and 2 will transmit power to 3, and 3 will transmit the same power to 4. In this way, this is a compound arrangement of belt drives. Okay, so velocity ratio, okay, basically the length of belt that pass over the drive is pi dn, okay, which is your circumference, okay, and pi dn, and pi dn1 is equals to pi dn2. This will give you the velocity ratio, which is n2 by n1 is equals to d1 by d2, means they are inversely proportional. In your belt drive, keep this thing in your mind, rotational velocity or revolution per minute or revolution per second is inversely proportional to the diameter of the pulley. Okay, and if you will consider the thickness of belt T, okay, thickness of belt T, and this D1 and D2 are the diameter of driver and D2 is the diameter of follower. Okay, means driver and this is follower. If you are taking thickness of belt, then your ratio will change from D1 to D2 to D1 plus T, D2 plus T. Okay, in this way you can calculate the value of unknown parameters of this velocity ratio. Okay, and when there is no slip, then V1 is equals to V2. Okay, so this is the thing, with the help of that you can calculate. Now velocity ratio of compound, if you are having compound belt drive, then similarly as per the compound gear train you have studied in the gear trains curriculum, you can apply the same principle here and get the values of remaining velocities. Now slip, this is slip is nothing but this is a percentage of slip which will encounter the causes, and this may also cause some forward motion of belt without carrying drive and pulley with it. Okay, means without getting any effort from driver belt, your belt is going to pass from one step to other step, that is called as slip. Okay, so and how you can calculate this slip, that we have to understand. Okay, this n2 by n1 is equals to d1 by d2 and d2 by d1 plus 1 minus s by 100. If you are encountering slip, then your velocity ratio formula will change from this to this. Okay, you have to encounter or use this formula. Similarly, try this numerical by in your practice. You have to calculate the value of, if there is no slip, if there is a slip of 2%. Okay, consider both the example and calculate remaining things. Now creep you have already studied that in the material of science. When belt passes from slack side to tight side, a certain portion of belt extend and it contracts again when belt passes from tight side to slack side. Due to these changes of length, there is a relative motion between belt and pulley surface. This relative motion is called as creep. Okay, means there is some contraction and extension in the belt drive. That extension and contraction will give you the value of creep. And if you are encountering creep in your velocity formula, then it will look like this: E1 by E2 and sigma 1 by sigma 2 by sigma 1. Sigma 1 and sigma 2 are stresses in belt on tight and slack side respectively, and E is the Young modulus of material, because the belt will be in the tight side and slack side, both the belt material will be same, so the value of E will be same here. Now if E you want to include creep, then you can try this numerical and calculate the value of speed. N1 is given, then you have to calculate the value of N2 here. Now the length of belt drive. Okay, length of belt drive, just draw this part in your notebook. I will discuss this length of belt drive. You will find out these numericals, these derivations in your exam, in your curriculum. They used to ask that derive the formula for length of open drive or cross belt drive, or maybe sometimes for the B belt drive. So that we will discuss in the next upcoming lectures. So till that time, just go to these numericals, solve these numericals and practice. If you are not having book also, then also you can refer this PDF. I will share the link of this PDF in the YouTube our channel. Okay, from this video description you will get the link of this PDF. You can download this PDF and go through it and try to practice those numericals. Thank you so much. Stay tuned with our Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such update and such content on various engineering domains like computer science and engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering. Thank you so much for your patience hearing. Thank you.